Lee Byung-Chul was born on the 12th of February 1910 in South Korea. He was the only son of a wealthy businessman and a famous landowner. Lee was a young boy who didn't take education seriously, probably because he was oblivious to the importance of education. After he completed his high school education, his father sent him to Waseda University in Tokyo. 2 years in college, Lee completely lost interest in school and decided to drop out without completing his degree. Since his father was immensely wealthy, he believed that his success wasn't dependent on education. Several years later, Lee inherited his father's wealth, which he intended to use in establishing a large-scale business. After pondering on which business to start, Lee decided to begin a rice mill. At the time, starting a rice mill appeared to be a fantastic idea since it was one of the few businesses that throve in the Korean market. Lee dedicated all his time, energy, and finance to his new business. However, the startup failed to yield any profitable income. At this point in time, Lee was beginning to get scared that he may lose almost all his wealth if the business failed. To his disappointment, just as he had predicted, his business completely collapsed without generating any significant profit. Young and naive Lee lost tons of money due to the failure of his business. This event made him so scared of venturing into another business. He feared that he may fail if he tried to begin another business. However, after some time, Lee gathered courage and chose to believe in himself. Although he didn't have a likelihood of sustaining another business, Lee believed in the possibility of succeeding as an entrepreneur. In 1938, Lee established an export business which he called Samsung Trading Company. It was a company engaged in the export of variety goods and edibles. Not more than 6 months after the birth of this company, it began to see significant success. By 1945, the business was already growing to become an immense establishment as it supplied goods throughout Korea and even to other countries. But in 1950, when the Korean War broke out, Lee's business was significantly affected after facing some difficulties caused by the war. Lee had to move his business to a safer location to secure his company. When the war ended, the company experienced significant growth as he became one of the largest trading companies at the time. In the mid-1960s, Lee's company, Samsung Trading Company, ventured into the electronics industry. By 1980, after buying a company in telecommunications, Samsung started producing fax machines, telephones, and other electronic devices. Today, Lee is regarded as one of South Korea's most successful entrepreneurs. The company he founded, which is now known as Samsung Group, remains one of the world's largest companies by revenue. Often, our struggles try to blindfold us from seeing the great things that we are capable of accomplishing. To overcome this, you must learn to see the possibilities in situations that seem impossible. Pearl Esbok said, "Impossible things can actually become possible when you begin to see the impossibility in them." You can possibly achieve things that seem impossible to achieve as long as you believe in the possibility of making that particular thing. Although your dream may appear to be impossible to accomplish, if you think it's possible, you will realize that dream. Bangambiki Habyarimana said, "Every time you say it's impossible, you shoot yourself in the foot." It's very wrong of you to believe that you can't be successful. You can actually stop yourself from succeeding by saying it's impossible. You can do almost anything as long as you trust and believe in yourself. Mohith Agadi said, "In this beautiful world, anything is possible, but only when you believe wholeheartedly and try. No matter how tall a mountain is, it's very possible to climb and get to the top. But firstly, you must believe that you can possibly rise to the top." Lee Byung-Chul believed in the possibility of building a business successfully, and he did it. Always see the possibilities around you.